What's up, guys? This is Brent with Western Equipment, and I've got an interesting one for you today, as we're going to be talking about this piece of machinery sitting right behind me here. And the reason why it's so interesting is because this particular machine holds a lot of historical significance in agriculture as we know it today, but is also slowly losing popularity among farmers. What is a moldboard plow? Well, obviously it is a tillage tool. It is a plow. It is meant for working the ground and getting the ground ready to put seed in the ground before planting. Back in the early days, these were going to be made out of cast iron or wood, and they were meant to be pulled behind an animal. So you would have a horse or something pulling this machine with the wooden handles that would look something like this. And then as time went on, we eventually got into the more modern era, as we see right here, that is meant to be pulled behind a tractor where we can cover large amounts of acreage. Now, with the way these machines were designed, they were a very aggressive tillage tool. So they would really get dug deep down into the ground, flip that soil over, and actually push it to the side, going away from that curve. So you can imagine this machine going through the ground, and it is not only flipping that soil up, but it's also throwing it over to the side that the curve is going towards. Now, this was thought to be, back in the day, the main way to till. So the idea was that we want to go ahead and get all of that residue or trash that is on top of the soil, get it flipped over and buried. That way we're putting nutrients back down into the ground, and then we are ready to plant our seed into that. But as things have progressed and as time has gone on, there has been a lot of science that has gone into this, a lot of thinking, and a lot of changing in farm practices. So that is why we talk about this machine is slowly losing its popularity. And reason being is that there are some cons to using a machine like this. For one, whenever we are disrupting the soil that much, turning over that much soil, you are breaking up the natural habitat of that soil. So what you might lose is you might lose some of your microbial life by disturbing that soil. You're also going to really loosen up that soil, making it easier for it to erode off of the field. Also, whenever we're thinking about the crop that was growing on top of that soil before, you have a lot of organic matter that is growing down beneath it. You have root systems that are forming down below that are really actually good for the next crop that you're going to put in. So that's why a lot of times what we see is that these machines are used only in certain circumstances. The next question is, what are those certain circumstances where this plow would be good for? Now, this is really going to depend on preference. So some people still may think and believe in and have success with using this plow across their whole field. A lot of times these plows are going to be more of a specialty tool in northern states or in colder states. They will use these type of plows to be able to get that soil from underneath up on top to try to warm up that soil for making a good soil bed, because we know we've got to get that ground unfrozen. We've got to get that seed bed warm to make sure and get a good stand on the crop that we are looking to have. Now, the other place that this is going to be used a lot, and this is something that we even see here in the South, is that you are going to use these machines to work terraces. So terraces obviously are going to be for hilly country. It's going to be those ridges that you see in the field, those bumps there that are meant to catch water. And every so often we have to go back and work those terraces, meaning that we have to help build those back up. And since these machines are great about digging down and throwing that dirt over, these can be a great tool. So what you'll see is you'll see someone running this along the edge of that terrace, throwing that dirt towards the crest. And what that's doing is that's not only turning over that soil, but it's also digging up any of that silt that is built up at the bottom before that terrace starts to crest up towards the top. So it flips up that soil, turns it over, throws that towards the crest, and then you turn around on the back side of that terrace and do the exact same thing. So there are still many applications in where these moldboard plows are going to be a great tool to have, but they are just not going to be used near as often as our modern day tillage, such things as chisel plows, disc plows, and cultivators, due to the change in farming practices over the years. For those people out there that are interested in agriculture and in history, this is a really neat piece to see, especially for us here in Oklahoma, as we rarely see one of these nowadays, being as that we are definitely one of the drier states, especially here in western Oklahoma. These machines are mainly used, as I was talking about before, for working those terraces, and on very rare occasions to break up a pasture that hasn't been worked for a really long time. So This was a really cool piece. I had to make sure and get a video about it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, we just ask that you would hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, if you are looking for more videos like this or just more videos over John Deere equipment in general, make sure to go check out the rest of the channel. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.